What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of the Wake and Bake Podcast. How are you guys doing this fine Sunday morning? I know I'm doing fantastic. Scrambling to get the studio put back together, of course. Hopefully you all are just chilling today. So, I love it. Yo, what's going on? Yo, Freeze, what's going on? Hail all. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Of course, the Stream Elements bot is running. So thank you for letting me know that, Stream Elements. I appreciate you. Anyway, everybody. So for those of you, yo, what's up, Purple Valkyrie? Welcome to the podcast. Hopefully you got your smoke ready for the morning toke. But if you guys were with us last week, we got into a pretty interesting conversation about the differences in generations, right? Like from Gen X to Gen Z, millennials, that sort of thing. And where kind of things went off the rails, you know what I'm saying? So we'll probably talk a little bit about that today, but just waiting for my guests to come in. I know that Snowdub is literally at the dispensary right now, so he'll be joining us shortly. But until then, we're gonna hang out with you guys and have some good conversation. Low Spec, what's going on? It's good to see you in the chat. Of course, the beautiful Keshi Queen is here. Hello, darling. Thank you for coming through. Love ya. Appreciate ya. You're amazing. But yeah, so like I said last week, we were talking about generational differences, mostly kind of inspired by this YouTube channel that I think they're like TikTok, right? TikTok, they do YouTube Shorts. They also do Instagram Reels, Shorts, and then live streams. But Gen X Talks is the name of the channel. And just how interesting the difference in generations are as technology evolves and as, things change. As a millennial, I can say my generation sucks eggs. Yeah, I think there are a lot of things about the millennial generation that sucks. And I think we were talking about that last week, that technically you could consider me a millennial, but I think there's that space in between, the bleed over, right? Until that generation completely changes. You have the middle of the road people between like a Gen X and a millennial, right? The people who kind of grew up being raised by the Gen X, but are considered millennials. Yo, what's going on, Daisy Blossom? How are you? It is a blast to see you in the chat. I'm very excited that you're here. Thank you for being here, love. I've missed you all week long. Yes. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we've been talking about. But I think before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and just get started without these boys. Snow just texted me, said he wishes he could be live at the dispensary now. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll talk to a dispensary or something. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll talk to this head shop that I go to in a few towns over, and maybe we can do like a live stream there one Sunday morning, like at the head shop. It'd be great, right? What's up, Tim F? How are you? How are you, my brother? Good to see you in the chat, of course. I'm an old millennial. See, that's what I'm saying, like, there's that bleed over, right? There's the bleed over. That's where I am, too. I was born in 90, so I remember a preschool media world. Yes. So 90, I was born in 86, right? So we're not too far off, buddy. Now, I remember a time without cell phones. I remember a time without caller ID, but I remember when we got the caller ID. It's kind of a big deal. But I think, I don't know, I guess in my mind I want to say that the generations move with the technology, right? So as we had more access to, or once we got access to the internet and then the technology developed from there, I think we all get to a point where, or not all, but I think that the newer generations having the ability to basically do whatever the fuck they want in a sense of technology, right? Like we've got all of these technologies now, and I think which comes with a little bit of entitlement. I think there's a shit ton of entitlement going on in today's generation, or the generation that grew up with the ability to kind of do whatever the hell that they want to do, because of this technology. There's a disconnect between the way things used to be and the way things are now. Decepticons I was born in 83. Yeah, see, we're not too far off either. Right, so, really, what is the difference between somebody born in 83 and born in 90, right? What's the difference? The only difference being is Decepticon, you understand what it's like not to have technology like we do today, or even in the mid-90s with the internet. And then, I remember my first PC in the house was an E-machine. I mean, today's standards, they're trash, and they were trash back then, but it's what you had. And you had your dial-up internet. You had, hell, like at the beginning of the podcast here, I played the Windows 95 logo, the startup for Windows 95. I remember when you used to have to put in, a DOS command to open up Windows on your PC. So, I didn't have cell phone until I was 16. Man, I may have been older than that. I love it, man. Let's see. Hail, bongs loaded. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to take a hit here in just a minute. Low Spec says she was born in 69. Yes, Low Spec, 69. That's a great number to be born into. 52. Hell yeah, man. Dude, I hope I'm as cool as you are at 52. I'm 30. I think I'm about to be 36. I feel like I've been 35 forever. Maybe I'm going to be 37. If that's the case, I may go crazy. Man, I remember floppy disks too. And that shit was nuts. I remember you used to be able to, on the Super Nintendo, you used to be able to get a cartridge you could pop in the top, and you could put floppy disks in it. So you were able to rip games, right? You were able to rip these games for Super Nintendo. I didn't have one, but my grandma's neighbor's kids had one, so we were always hanging out over there. Damn, I feel old. Born in 75. Nah, you're not old, man. You got to enjoy the 70s, bro. As a kid. Let's see. We had different toys, and I did have a PC in middle school. That's about as far as I am. There you go. I'm a baby boomer. The technology has changed amazing to watch throughout. Yeah, that's exactly it. And then you take somebody who's like my grandmother, who's 93 years old, right? You remember, the old the term, I don't know, a pot to piss in, right? I don't have a pot to piss in. Well, when my grandmother was young, they would have pots underneath their bed. So they didn't have to get up and go out to the outhouse in the middle of the wintertime to take a piss. So you would piss in the pot underneath your bed. And that's what you did. So just to give you guys an idea of how really far out things have changed. We as humans used to piss in a pot, put it under our bed until the next morning. I mean, I'm sure some of you still do that, but what's up, Phil? It's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. You used to have a type of drive C to use the drive. Yeah, exactly. Type the drive. Exactly. You had to type the drive you wanted to hit in DOS. It's illegal. That's what I'm talking about, Low Spec. Well, then you better do it, man. You better do it. I wanna see pictures. Sevron says, hail everybody. What's up, Sevron? It is awesome to see you in the chat, my friend. Of course, my brother Trey. What's up, Wards, my brother? Okay, so guys, Trey is officially coming to the chat, which means it's motherfucking toke time. And I can say motherfucking now because we're 10 minutes into this thing. So, we're going to play a clip. Unfortunately, I know I said I'd have new clips. This week has been crazy. I've started moving the studio back, the computer and everything back into the room, the studio room. So I was doing that all morning. Started it last night. Could not stay awake. But okay, I got to grind up some stuff here. I am, Trey, I don't know about you, but today I'm smoking on a strain called Mother Tongue. So, and I have yet to pick out a strain of the week. So maybe we'll just look up mother tongue. And that'll be the stream of the week. What do you guys think about that? Give me 1 second, then we'll play this clip. I wasn't even prepared, guys. I wasn't even prepared. Yeah, it's not the hundreds yet. It's not in his hundreds yet. Gasp. Well, what the fuck, Phil? I'm not even that old. I'm not even that old, man. So mean. Really enjoying the Blood Omen gameplay, by the way. Awards were great to see. Yes, so I could not do it this last week because I had just been so fucking tired. If the music's too loud, guys, let me know. I've kind of got it cranked up in my ear, but turned down where you guys are at. So let me know if the music's too loud. But no, I've been loving the gameplay as well. We're going to get back into it. This last Thursday, I was just so fucking beat. And I think I'm actually going to try to get at least an hour into that game today to make up for Thursday. And then we'll be back at it Thursday. But going through the entire series, very excited. And I'm glad that you're enjoying that. That's freaking awesome. This channel is all about remembering things of the past, of better time, better days. And this is a great conversation to be had with the generational gap, So I think it's fitting on this channel. Atari Pong 2600, the Commodore VIC-20, the C64. If you had a modem, you could connect to BBS. All right, you'll have to let me know what is BBS. I'm guessing it's obviously some type of like networking, maybe early internet concepts. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah. I love it. Yeah. What are you guys smoking today? Let me know in the chat what you guys are smoking today. Well, I fucking. Oh, I love nug mixes. I love you just throw a bunch of shit together and see what happens. I love that. Oh, also, Trey, I've discovered that. Well, I guess I've been doing it for a while now, but using a brush, like when you're breaking up weed, if you got your grinder, I know a lot of people don't use a grinder. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends. Sometimes I like that feel of the weed, breaking it up and just, classic feel. But a small paintbrush, like a small, just like a small tiny paintbrush, maybe even from like one of those watercolor sets, are great for raking up trichomes and shit like that, so you don't lose anything. I love it. I am going to be doing Stoner Hack videos, Stoner Hack shorts on this channel as well, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully, those seem to do well. Hell yeah. The music is a little loud, but I can still hear you. Okay. There we go. Now the music shouldn't be so loud. It's so weird because I have to really, tightly, dial it in, right? But let's see. Definitely hybrid nugs today. That's what I'm talking about. I'm vaping Peach Ice. It's not Mary Jane, but that's okay. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm vaping. It's called Labyrinth, right? It's strawberry rhubarb pie, basically. It's one of the premium flavors that my boy, shout out to Marco's Vapor, out this way. Really good buddy of mine. Actually done some work with him in the past. He actually has a podcast called The Sham Show. Had him on the channel before, on Ord's board, but good buddy of mine makes some of the best liquid you can find out there. So I'm vaping on that, which is good. At Weed Store, picking up. Be there soon. I told you guys he's always late, but you know what? I think we can forgive him this time around for being late because he's at the Weed Store, and you can't do the Wake and Bake podcast without weed, right? Music level is good now. Awesome. Good. A bulletin board system, or BBS, is a computer server running software that allows users to connect to the system using the terminal program. It was slow. Okay, yeah, so it's just like early concepts of networking kind of thing before internet. Okay. And then you would get a long distance phone bill and not do that. So just like the original, they would have to run through the phone line and then they would give you a long distance bill. Oh, that fucking sucks. That's no good. But all right, guys, I'm ready. Let's play a clip. I don't know which clip to play. I need to add more fucking clips. I apologize, guys, but we're gonna add a clip. Yeah, we'll play a clip and then we'll go from there. I forgot to do the countdown, so we'll play the countdown. All right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right. Yeah. So I'm trying to get a special guest on next week. My boy Darth News. For those of you who've caught the interview around Ord's World of Darth News, my boy Darth News. Plugging away, man. Love the guy to death. He's a good dude. Well, what the fuck is this? You can actually... Okay, so I didn't even know this. You know, we're going to try an experiment here. Let me remove this music. You can actually... They actually have background music. Look at that. Can you guys hear that music? Can you guys hear that? That's what I'm talking about. They got their own background music now. I don't have to add shit to the stream. Although I did kind of like what we were jamming on. But we'll rock with this. Can you guys hear that okay? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? What's going on? Talk to me. That's what I'm talking about, Trey. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you as well. I remember the slow load times and long distance bills. Oh, jeez. Man, see, I wish I could go back and just experience that. I got to go eat breakfast and then do stuff. Have a great stream with Toke Up. Absolutely, Freeze. Thank you for being here, and make sure you take a hit on the way out, my guy. Always a pleasure to see you. I need to go get drunk. All right, I need to go get a drink for my wife and cook still. All right, do your thing, Decepticon. Absolutely, man. Then bowling in a bit. Nice. Hell yeah, gotta love bowling. I do love bowling. You can hear the music? All right, cool. I love it. I love it. And it's kind of weird. I didn't realize they had, like, background music. That's interesting. Let's see. I want to see what this is. This is all new to me. There we go. We'll just kick it here. When I listen to music now, I listen to vinyl to the vinyl version. I have been collecting some cool vinyls. Now, I used to have a bunch of old ones, sold a bunch of them, kept kind of like the popular ones. Kept those, but then I started collecting newer ones with like the different colors, right? The different cool, like the special editions. Well, what they call the special editions. I mean, it's they just make the record look different, whatever. But it's cool, and some of them are really, like, they feel really cheap, like they're the thinner ones, and I can't remember I think millimeters is what they go by. But I like the heavier one. I think it's a 120. I think I could be wrong. When I see vinyl to me is the purest sound. I mean, yeah, it's other than live. I think it's one of the first mediums to actually, other than the what did they used to have, the old like sound boxes, or the old like where you twist the fucking knob and it plays a music box and shit, right? But as for like sitting down and listening to like a record or listening to like a composed piece of music, I think the records are one of the first major. I could be wrong, but one of the first like manufactured major ways to listen to music. And I think I've got some old like clay records from back in the day that I got from my grandmother, who's 93, like I said earlier. So she's old. The 180 gram. Oh, is that what they're doing, the grams? I can't remember if it was the grams or millimeters or how they actually did it, but I had a 180 gram Black Sabbath. Damn, I wish I still had turntable and vinyl. Oh, you don't have that anymore? The static is what does it for me. If you can buy a record in decent shape, you don't get too much static on it, which is, I like the static. I like a little static. I don't want it to be the song with in the background the whole time, but it does take you back. So yeah, see? She knows. She knows. But all right, give me 1 second, y'all. We're back. Sorry, guys. Had to grab something real quick. But so, and I guess kind of getting back on topic, a perfect example, Trey, I think, of the difference in generations with, like, okay, records, right? Like, you actually had to do some shit to listen to your record, right? You couldn't just hit play like we do nowadays with streaming. I mean, even when we were kids with the CDs, you had to pop the CD out, put the CD in, you had to go buy the CD. You couldn't just go to a streaming site and, it took up space, right? With a record, you got to, pull the old record off, put it away, put it in this big case, put the new record on. I mean, to me, when vinyl coming out, it was a more intimate way to appreciate music, I think, compared to, like, at least today. It's a more intimate thing. You actually have to do something. You have to flip the record over to listen to that second half. You have to get in close to put that needle down in the right spot. You can't just fast forward or next track it. I mean, I suppose you could if you're really good with, like, dropping your needle, but you can't just do that, right? Like, listening to the music is a little more intimate when it comes to vinyl. Nice. I listen to vinyl through YouTube, and it is so different. Yeah, it's the difference between, like, recording and live. I mean, it's just so different. The first play on vinyl is so good. That record will never sound like that again. Absolutely. And again, there was a day where you would actually go buy a record, come home, and you would sit down and you would listen to that entire record from front to back, right? It wasn't like, oh, I want to listen to the hot track, the single. It was like, no, you sat down and you had an experience, right? And this is why we have, bands like Zeppelin, were so popular, because that music, you sat down and you listened to that music and it took you places, right? Yeah, I didn't realize they had a vinyl channel either. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it was like a ritual. Exactly. No, 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's just like, it's almost kind of how, like, we do movies nowadays. We just get so excited for the next great movie to come out. We go see it. We talk about it. I mean, it's the same way. You had to go to the store. You had to buy the vinyl. You opened the vinyl. You got home. You opened the vinyl. You looked at the artwork. You read everything in the thing. Well, you were listening to the record, and you sat, like, on the edge of your bed or on your bed or in your chair. Or you sat somewhere and you sat down and you listened to the record from front to back. And you had to do some work to listen to it, which was great. Weather report, black market, the CDs sound like dog crap. Even old worn out vinyl sounds better. You guys remember when, like, burning CDs was, like, first came on the scene? And, like, how you're like, oh, this totally changed the game. And, like, do people even burn CDs anymore? I mean, you can just stream everything now, which is kind of crazy to really think about. Like, okay, so when you, even in the 90s, again, like, okay, so when I look at the 90s, I'm like, oh, that wasn't that long ago. But fuck, man, that was, I mean, fuck, what, 20, we're in 22 now? That was, what, 12 years ago? Or not, no, longer than that. I'm sorry, 22 years ago. God, I'm shot. I can't even fucking think straight. 22 years ago. Right? So, it still doesn't seem like it was that long ago, man. With LPs, you could pick up the needle to skip songs. And you had to be good at it, or else you'd ruin your record. You could also stack the LPs on the turntable. So mind blown. Look at that. I didn't even know that's something that, oh, hey, I could probably do that. That is amazing. So, like, you just, like, here's my playlist for tonight, right? And you stack your records on the turntable and then just flip, remove. Listen to one side, flip, Listen to that side, remove. That's actually genius. Like if you're getting together for a party, like that's your playlist right there, right? It's a playlist of records. Unless you had like the best hits of or, soundtracks from like movies or... I believe I have the original West Side Story soundtrack on vinyl. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. LP covers were so much better than the tiny CD covers. Like, I didn't mind the CD covers. I thought that was great. But, yeah, there's something about holding that piece of art, right? There's a reason why they sell record, frames. So you can put your artwork, your record artwork, in a frame and put it on the wall. You can get those. It's amazing. But, again, just, a huge difference in that generational divide there that I think... Not only the way they record music nowadays compared to the way they used to is really garbage. Yes, it's nice we have this technology. We can make things sound so crystal clear, but we'll look at the Beatles for an instance, right? Like as the Beatles got more popular, their music became more like there was more depth to that music, right? They learned new instruments, they added instruments, there was a lot of depth there. Now it's like let's just create something digitally. We'll double that track and turn it up as loud as we can. When you had to actually use instruments to create depth in music, now it's just turn it up as loud as you can. Again, kind of going back to that, like, technology kind of giving us that, like, instant gratification, right? Like, we used to have to wait to get off work on a Friday, go pick up that new record, drive home with that new record, the anticipation of listening to it. Opening it up. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of shit that I love. Oh, yeah, we can't forget to add in auto-tune either. We had a Magnavox console record, 8-track player. The thing was a piece of furniture for about... Yeah! Those big... You talking about those big-ass cabinets that you could get that, like, had 8-track players and they had the speakers built into them? And it basically turned into, like a serving hutch, right? Where you just like family come over for holidays, you put your food on top of it. When Napster started, a kid in my class would make CDs for $1. See, right there, exactly. That was the way to do it, man. Make a little extra cash. Yep, exactly. Take all the feeling out of it. That's it. That's just it, man. That's just it. And don't get me wrong, there are still bands out there today who... Those are still bands out there today who record it. Like, if you guys like just good, solid, like, heavy rock music, check out a band called Rival Sons. They actually remind me of, like, a modern-day Zeppelin. Rival Sons. So there are still bands out there who are making, like, good, classic music. But... we're talking like the popular stuff, right? So, and it's just interesting about how, like, as things become easier in society, we become more selfish. When you would think the opposite would occur, where it's like, oh, things become easier in life, we should be more relaxed and less stressed, but then I feel like it just becomes more of that, Like, the original intention to make things better with technology and tools and the idea was to live a less stressful life. Yeah, it was like a hutch. Yeah, exactly. My grandma had one of those, man. I know all about it, dude. Modern Japanese Black Sabbath. Hey, see, there you go. Look at that. The Japanese people, they love that. They love that dark metal stuff, dude. Like what? Like bands out there like Baby Metal is pretty dark. Pretty wild, that's all I'm saying. We used to record songs off the radio. It was hard to do, and I hated it when the DJ would talk over songs at the beginning. We used to do that too. Yeah, we would buy the cassettes, and the blank cassettes, and we would just record music off of that, right? And yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the DJs talking over it either. I wanted the song, damn it, give me the whole song. Stop talking. You've already talked enough, DJ. But again, now you can just clip things right from your phone. Clip things, right? When before you had to go out, buy the tape, Come back, put the tape in there, hit record, and was it record and play at the same time sometimes? It's just dependent on the cassette you had or the cassette player you had. You know, again, things were just more intimate back in the day. Not so like instant gratification. You had to learn to be patient. What's up, Sherry? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Trey. Yes, say hi to Sherry for sure. Everybody's saying, yo, what's up? Zeno, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you, Zeno. But yeah, so again, you know, I mean, you look at phones, cord phones, right? Like corded phones. Like if you wanted to talk to your friends, you had to, and you wanted privacy, you had to make sure you had to have that like 100-foot long freaking curly cord. Oh shit, Snow, sorry, I didn't even see you there.
Yo,
what's up, dude? Sorry, bro. I was like just on a riff, dude. I was riffing.
I know, man. Like I was back there just listening, man. I almost forgot I was on the show. Like I thought I was just like listening to one of your podcasts, man. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm about to be on with them.
Well, welcome, of course, Snow Dub, guys. Everybody, make sure you say hi to Snow Dub in the chat. If you guys want to check out Snow Dub, make sure you check his link down in the description. It is there. I know it. I checked it this morning and I put it there. So make sure you go check it out.
Wow, you remember that? Cool.
I'm like, oh, I'll put it in the description after the show, and then I like totally forget. But it's there. It's there. And of course, Snow's late to every episode, so I would be really freaked out if I would be really freaked out if you were on time.
Yeah, no. I one of these days I might freak everybody out, show up on time, but I don't want to, break the routine. The riff, in the Matrix could really mess things up, man. So I thought I'd just stay cool, stay casual. And when I seen you going live, I was like, oh man, it's like perfect timing because I was literally in the pot store buying some weed, and I was like, man, I wish I could turn on live right now and just like turn the camera and be like, check out this, surplus.
You could have.
I think it's illegal. I don't know if you can.
Oh, that might be. That's true. That might be.
Yeah.
But although I don't know if you caught it when I said I should probably talk to my guys who run this head shop in the few towns over that I go to, and maybe we could do like a Sunday morning wake and bake podcast at the shop, promote them a little bit, and
yeah.
I think that would be fun. What do you guys in the chat think? Do you think doing a live show from like a head shop would be cool? Also, Master of the TDS, what's going on, my fam? How are you, brother? It's good to see you. Says hello to everybody with some cute little emojis. It is freaking fantastic to see you, Master. Love you, buddy. We got to catch up and hang out soon for sure.
Master of TDS, man, that guy, he kicks serious backside on Twitter. Like dude, every time I see him post
people apart. Man.
Oh man, like I wish I had those kind of Twitter skills. I don't even know where to start with that because
I don't know how
I
he
hate
does
Twitter.
It.
I hate Twitter.
I don't know how he does it.
I'm on there by attrition.
But it's why we love Master, because he's just
right.
Not only is he a fantastic guy, he can freaking verbally shred you apart. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah. No, don't mess with the Master.
Yo, Xenomorph says, "Hail, Cotton Connection."
Hail. Hey, did you guys catch last night's Tuck and Roll? I know you were there for a minute, Ords.
I caught the end. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. Like, I was not expecting the chaos of Mike Roth showing up last night, but it was all right. It was all right. It went okay. We got another. We're almost at the end of the season for Tuck and Roll because we got we got the championship next week. The Tuck and Roll trivia movie championship. So movie trivia. So we got Tom, who I'm hoping might pop in today, and we got Tom from Midnight's Edge. We got Michael T, Taylor M, Darius, and the T-shirt historian all going head to head for the crown, the creme a la creme.
Dude, it's gonna honestly, for those of you in the chat who don't know what Snow's talking about, these are some of the I would say definitely in the fellowship, some of the top trivia folks.
Right.
It like big time trivia dudes that, it's going to be an epic freaking battle, dude. Imagine what is it? The battle for Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings, right? Like,
yeah.
It's going to be that epic. I'm telling you.
Yeah, these guys know their ish. They study and have watched movies like, most of you guys know Tom that probably have tuned into this show because he pops in here. He kind of took over for me last week. while I was sleeping in.
Fucking
but yeah,
stoners.
that guy, he's a machine. He broke the record, for the most points on a show ever. But these other guys, they're just as good, man. It's anybody's game. It could be anybody who could win because the questions are different every week. But it is movie trivia and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, check that out next week, man. I'm excited. I got to make sure I do some really good questions this week, so people aren't disappointed because these guys are too good.
We got to throw some curveballs at them, man. You got to come up with something that's real, it's going to throw them off their game a little bit.
I got my boy Random Brad working on it too. He's really good at questions, so he's helping me out.
Oh hell yeah! Well, hey, dude, did you know that StreamYards now has background music?
I do. Actually, we used it on the last trivia show as kind of like Jeopardy music in the background. It worked pretty well.
Oh man, it's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's got its uses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you could upload your own music to that, that would be dope.
Now we're talking. But I think copyright issue is a big deal too.
Not for me. I'd upload my own music. I'd be like,
that's true. That's true. You're right. Yeah. Well, some of us just want to be rappers, and we are not rappers. Okay, we just want to be. Okay, whatever, bro.
Well, it's not about the rap. It's just the ability to use my own music is very, very convenient for me. It's one of my perks. I use my own music in almost everything I do.
It's kind of why I want to get back to recording music like I used to do with the bands back in the day, because I could what's the word? Gosh, I can't remember. You would write like jingles. That's a jingle writer, right? Like you write these cool little jingles for in between scenes or in between whatever, And I've got
you can get one of them little what do they call them? Little soundboard things that you can, it's got buttons where you just make your own little drum beat and you can add, a bunch of different instruments. And I can't think of the name of the soundboard thing.
Like a drum box or a music box or something.
Yeah.
Xenomorph says, I'm looking forward to that and the Puff and Stuff show. So check it out. All I have to do is record one more thing and edit it and then send it over to Snow. And I think we're going to be in good shape for the Puff and Stuff season 2.
Whatever you send me over, I'm going to look at that and then I'll kind of adjust my clip to go with that. And then, we should be good.
And I'll have that. I'll probably send that over to you later today.
Cool.
So yeah, we're working on it, guys. We're getting there. Puff and Stuff season 2 is going to be a thing, and I think you guys are really. It'll be worth the wait for you guys once you see what we've been talking about doing for the intros and where the show is gonna go. I think you guys are really gonna.
I gotta write that down.
Really enjoy.
Yeah, I gotta get my intro fixed. I'm working on the new intro for Puff and Stuff season 2. It's not gonna be the same as last season. But it's going to be kind of in the same feel, same vibe, for sure. I'm going to go ahead and use another cut from, what's his name? Mark Ribier, I think his last name is. Mm-hmm. I used his music in the last one. Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Remember that?
I love that dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm using a different song of his for this season.
Nice.
Another good one, though. This one's called I Want to Die.
I'm not gonna lie. I have woken the kids up with "Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go."
That's great.
It's typically, and it's the older kids. I don't do it to the little one because he's usually good about getting up. But it's the older ones who are
funny.
"Oh, I don't want to go to school," or "I'm not getting up," and then I hear Kashyyyk yelling at him to get up. So then I'll get my ass out of bed because I got to get up for work anyway, and then I'll hit him with the "Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go." And then I'll start dancing to it because it's I got to be up. I might as well enjoy this.
Yeah, no, it's funny. My kid's actually in the other room playing Fortnite, so you might hear an occasional scream.
Well, that does happen. That does happen.
He's all into it, man. I should put him on your team. He's getting pretty good.
I was gonna say, when is the great Snow Dub going to grace us with his Fortnite presence?
I'm gonna have my son teach me how to play now. He's better than me. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, get on it.
God.
Master of the TDS says, you guys are too kind. Just use logic, and Twitter weirdos don't understand logic. They do not. That is definitely a thing. Our brother Loki from the Loki's Mornings of Mischief says, what are y'all stoners up to this morning? Well, I was talking about the generational divide, gap, whatever you want to call it, between, technology and how technology has made us fucking soft when it was really supposed to do the opposite of that. It was supposed to make us stronger as a society, but we'll get back into that. But we're catching up to the chat, man. These guys
Skull
know
and
their
tuck
stuff.
and roll. Hell, Loki.
Yeah, hell yeah, Skull, brother. Tom knows his shit, man. Damn, you guys are fucking lighting it up in the chat. Love it, man.
Right.
Just finishing breakfast. Hell yeah, man. I need to get some breakfast in me. What's up, Runner? How are you, my dude? It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Fucking love you guys,
right
man.
on. Yeah, that's the morning crew. See, I'm usually watching, well, not right now, but I'm usually trying, well, sometimes, because sometimes I watch Loki after he's already gone live.
Yeah.
Because his morning show aligns up with the exact time I'm usually walking in the door at work. So it sucks, because, I can't usually interact or listen to his show, and if I am, I'm listening to it in the background or something, because I'm setting up the job, getting things ready. Everybody's talking to me on the job site. It just never works out.
Right.
So I'm usually catching them an hour later, 2 hours later. I'll plug in the earphones when I finally can settle and get into my routine for the day. But Loki's Mornings of Mischief is my go-to morning show for sure.
I agree. What's great is he literally goes live as I'm leaving the driveway to go to work, and I've got my hour drive, so it's
crazy.
It's perfect. I don't always talk in the chat, but I definitely enjoy listening to, especially when he talks about I think was talking about classic video games. That was probably one of my favorite shows.
I always try to show up for his Taco Tuesdays with Mexican Iron Man. I'll literally sneak down the hall or into the other room just to throw a super chat or something to mess with Mexican Iron Man, because I always come in as El Perro on that one. So
yeah,
anyway,
I mean, who else would you come in as?
Well, yeah, it's arch rival.
Exactly. Now that's a comic I want to see: Mexican Iron Man versus El Perro. That's a comic book right there, man.
And hang on, turn on the camera for this. Just got another shipment of shirts in, so I'm pretty happy about that. Woo!
Yeah, look at that, guys. T-shirts. Order them now. Go check it out, because if I don't have that puff shirt in my life, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, man.
Well, these are the special-made members shirts. So if you remember my channel, you got a chance to win one of these. Couple people have already won a shirt, and these ones are really well made. We pay a little extra for these, but we like to take care of our members.
That's how you do it, man. I can't wait till I can actually have some members. I do have a Patreon.
Fuck, you almost had them too. I remember that.
Yeah, I was about to do the fucking stream, dude.
Yes.
And we're still doing the Patreon, but I would love to have everything centralized, in one spot, and shout out to my patrons out there. I apologize for not doing as much content as I definitely need to do. But the weather's getting better. We're going to be putting out a lot of family content over there on Patreon. So if you guys want to know what goes on in my personal life outside of the whole being a stoner on YouTube and shit, it's good stuff. You guys can go check that out if you want. And I think once we hit a certain amount of members over there, we'll be doing discounts and stuff on memberships and all that good shit. So it's going to be great, man. Yo, what's up, Fred? How are you, my friend? Blasting my quads and listening to the stream, brother. Fuck yeah. Well, since Fred's here, guys, I think we gotta fucking take a huge rip. And I don't think Snow's quite where he needs to be. He did just get back from the dispensary, but I don't know if he's actually dove into the supply.
Well, yeah, actually, I ripped one on the road. I know that.
Got to. Nah, bro. Look, man, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Right. It was an emergency situation.
Right. I don't judge, man. Or you're going to get monetized. It's going to happen, brother. Yeah, I know it will, man. I know it will. Thank you.
It's just the time you got to put in. I get it, brother. It's a lot of time put in. I remember the grind. It was so frustrating. Want to quit literally every other week because you're just so tired of, making videos that only get 30 views. I hear you. It sucks. And but yeah, as you know, man, just got to keep pushing on that shit.
It's kind of why I've gone more to just the streaming side of things. Don't get me wrong, I want to get back to edited video content, and now that I'm moving things back into the studio, it's going to make more sense to do that. I've been getting a lot of inspiration lately for certain intros, music, how I'm gonna my format sort of thing. So, yeah, I know we'll get there. I know you guys aren't going to let me fail. You guys are amazing people, and you guys are always, and right now to me, like, I've got the job, I'm working, so it's not even really about the monetization. It's just about being able to get back what you lost.
Right.
When the world kicks you down, you gotta find a. It took me a while, but you gotta find a way to get your ass back up and keep pushing and moving. And
Friday night over on Loki's show, chaos as usual. It's the Friday night Loki and Mexican Iron Man show, but Jolly took over this time. Okay, so Jolly opened up the show and basically took over Loki's channel. And by the end of the show, after literally 2 hours of chaos, we did something amazing. And what happened was there's this other channel. Loki, tell me which channel it is in the chat. Of course, I'm stoned, so I can't remember. But he was like at 970 or something like that. And we kind of did a quick plug for him at the end of the show, like, hey, let's get him to 1,000. Well, all of a sudden, it just became like this mission, right? And Saggy Melons, she jumped on Twitter and Discord and Culture Casino and myself, Cotton Connection. We were just, throwing his link out everywhere, right? Yeah. While we're live on the show. And I believe we hit 1,000, like right before or right after we went off the air. And I remember I clicked over to watch him just to see what was up. And the dude was in tears, man. Like he was literally having a moment, and it was one of those moments where I got to reflect and realize the power that this quote unquote fellowship has. And when I see stuff like that, it reinvigorates my soul and keeping, pushing forward with what I'm trying to do with the Muppets or the puppet stuff and the comedy stuff and just trying to bring entertainment to people. So yeah, it's a hard grind, brother, but man, magic happens. We got to see it Friday night.
It's a lot of times like when you least expect it too, man. I remember when I got that shout out from Gary on FNT, I was like in the middle of a Mario Kart stream, and look, man, I think Jay the Drunk 3PO channel says it best, and he's like, it's not about the subs you got, it's about how we lift each other up, about how what?
Just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what I did? Come on, man, I'm stoned. You can't do this shit to me. So I love to see my friends succeed. Even if I'm not succeeding, it's about still being there to support the people who are succeeding. And being successful, I think that's in one's own opinion. Like, like 1,000 subscribers to one person is successful to where 1,000 subscribers to somebody else might not be. I guess it's in the eye of the beholder, but hitting milestones and celebrating those, even if you haven't hit milestones that you wish you could, it's about just being happy that somebody's succeeding. And I think that goes through this fellowship very much so.
Amen.
And
yeah, jealousy can be a mother. You can literally destroy yourself with it.
Oh, it's a lot of reason why people have left this fellowship. A lot of like people that we don't talk to anymore, they don't talk to us anymore because for whatever reason, I should be there too. Why didn't I get a shout out? Why didn't I? Look, I didn't ask for that shout out. I didn't ask for any of it. I think
sometimes we do give these people what they want, and it's still not enough. I've seen that a lot too.
That's true too. But I think people see hard work, right? People see the determination, and I think those are the people that are going to be helped. The people who don't ask for it, but just keep plugging away, keep doing the grind, keep working. You keep doing the grind, you keep working, and good things will happen.
Pretty much. Brandon, the anime guy who just popped in the chat, he knows exactly about that. I've watched him get his channel nuked. I think he was at 7, almost 800. His channel got nuked, and here he is fighting back. He's right back up to like 500 something now. He didn't blink an eye, man. The guy literally turned around, started over from square one, Cotton Connection, jumped all in. And we've been building him up. He's been coming on the Tuck and Roll show religiously, pretty much every week. And we've been helping him out, and he's getting there, man. So, yeah, it's just determination, really, and how bad you want it. That really is a big factor.
Oh, absolutely. I haven't given up or have hope. I do, man. Trust me, you're on the case, dude. I have hope and faith that like you're gonna make shit happen, man. So thank you for everything you do, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Man, Red Alert multiplayer streams going. Do it, man. Do it. Don't waste time. Get it done. I spend too much time wasting time talking about doing shit.
Right.
I need to just do it.
Yep.
Thank you, Daisy. I can't wait either. We'll get there. We'll get there, y'all. And it's gonna be a celebration. And
last night I had a bad headache, and I was like, man, maybe I'll cancel Tuck and Roll. Maybe I'll just take the night off. And I was like, no, fuck that. There's people that tune in, want to watch, have fun. And, sure as hell, we had 20 plus in the chat all night. And, a lot of people laughed and told me great show. And I just popped a few Tylenol and got on there and grinned and bared it. And it was a little rough for about the first 30 minutes. But, after a while, the painkiller kicked in and I could finally kind of get in my groove again. And it went all right, So those are those times where it's where it makes or breaks you, man.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like today. Like I woke up and I was like, man, I could just sleep for another 4 hours, but I had to finish moving shit back into the studio, which I'm still working on that. But I was like, all right, I got to get the PC set, I got to get all this stuff so we can at least do this show. And yeah, man, consistency is a thing too. And like, people don't get discouraged. For those of you new creators out there, don't get discouraged if you get 10, 11, 12 views on a video, because that's 12 people that took the time out of their day to actually click on your stuff, and it's better than zero.
That's right.
Wake and bake, Ords and Snow. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'll give it to Brandon here. He definitely stepped up and handled business. I did not handle it quite as well as our brother Brandon here, but it was like, okay, the channel's demonetized. I'm pissed. I'm kind of broken over it in a sense, because it took 3 years for me to get to that point. A lot of love, a lot of, and I kind of felt bad for everybody else, because everybody else invested time into helping me grow the channel too. So it's not just like I don't harbor guilt for myself. It's for everybody else who actually took the time to do that.
No, I'm pissed about it. Like your Friday night Mario Kart stream was one of my favorite things to jump in on. I only had a few rounds of it with you before everything tanked, but that was literally becoming a pinnacle. Drunk 3PO was in there with us almost every Friday. I mean, it was becoming kind of a superstar show, and you were making some pretty decent super chats during the stream. Things were going well, and that pissed me off. Like, I've hardly played Mario Kart at all since. I know you've been doing it over on Twitch and stuff, but it's not the same. It's not the same as it was. You had a nice little routine going there that everybody was into, and yeah, it angers me every time I think about it, because like I got all set up for that shit. I got the Switch light. I was like, all right, I can finally join the party.
And we will get back into that, no doubt, dude. It's going to be a thing, especially with the new content coming out. But in honor of our boy Brandon here, I think we need to stop and take a hit that we should have done like 6 hours ago, but we're fucking stoned. So we'll play. I'll play a little bit. You know what? Let's do a commercial break. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. Some of you have seen this commercial break already. We're just gonna run it anyway. This is shout out to our family of the Cotton Connection. Kind of inspired by these guys, but we're going to take a commercial break, so sit tight, guys. We're going to add more things like this into the show. I know Snow and I had talked about doing a Stoner Thought of the Week with Puff. And so basically what we'll do is we'll have these like transition videos that we play that are, maybe a minute or two long. And then we transition into the next part of the podcast. But yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break, so don't go anywhere, guys. We shall return shortly. So pack your bowls, pack your bongs, pack your pipes, whatever it is you guys are smoking out of, and fucking get ripped. Let's go!
We'll return after these messages.
Warning, the following contains images of animals in their natural habitat. Viewer discretion is advised. Have you ever dreamed of seeing animals in the wild doing what comes naturally? Well, now you can with Muppets Gone Wildlife. Watch as these creatures bear all for our cameras. You'll be amazed at how quickly these animals will shed their inhibitions. Yes, these brazen beauties were born to be wild. One more, if you act right now, will also include Chicks Gone Wild. It's poultry in motion, so don't balk. Call 555-WILD now. That's 555-WILD. Muppets Gone Wildlife, where the wild things are.
Yo, Alf here. I'd like to talk to you about your planet. I like it, and you should too. But a lot of people aren't taking very good care of it. For starters, they're abusing our public lands. They're littering the beaches, vandalizing the parks, trashing the playgrounds, and basically treating the planet like rental property. Frankly, I don't understand it. People like that are running loose, and I'm the one who has to hide in the kitchen. Look, folks, public lands are not like pizzas. You just can't pick up the phone and order more. I should know. My planet was really abused. The next thing we knew, it was gone. Public land is our friend. If we don't take care of it, it'll be destroyed. If you want to help me take care of our public lands, call me. I'll send you all kinds of neat stuff. Even a recent photo of myself. Please, let's save the planet. I don't want to have to look for another one.
On guard, salute Wilkins Coffee. But I don't drink Wilkins Coffee. Some learn, some don't.
We now return to the Transformers.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show, everybody. That commercial, that last commercial there was an old Jim Henson commercial that
I know
they would do, and I like he would totally like beat the living shit out of that buddy that was in the commercial with him. Like,
it's so funny. Yeah,
it's so great. Like,
and it's Kermit and Ralph's voice that he's doing. It's great.
And I'm gonna be adding more of those, but some of them were so great. Like, and there was one where he was like, the guy was sitting in a tree, and he said something about Wilkins Coffee. And he's like, no, I don't drink Wilkins Coffee. And then he shoots him out of the tree, and he's like, look at that. It's something about the season, and the nuts are falling. It's just like some dumb shit.
There's like 50 of those things. You can find them, I think, on YouTube.
Oh,
still.
Yeah, they're great. They're great, man. They're great.
That was Jim Henson's first claim to fame, was those coffee commercials. Yep.
Yeah. Yo, what's going on, Courtney? How you doing? Alf. I love Alf. I've got a Kashyyyk bought me a stuffed Alf that I never had when I was a kid, and I wanted one.
Oh, nice.
So as an adult, she got me one, and I get to wake up every morning and look at it. And I just
awesome.
That show actually still fucking holds up today. Like, it genuinely holds up today. If you were to watch it, you almost wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the time, other than like, you know, the set pieces and like the, you know, certain things in the background. But I mean, the show was so focused on just like the family aspect of it and the alien, and it's like
took me straight to my childhood seeing him again. You know, that was like literally my childhood watching Alf and
totally
the early years of The Simpsons and stuff like that. And that was a golden age of time. I remember I want to say it was the TGIF block, but you watched your Full House and your Golden Girls and Family Matters and you know, I think back to my childhood, and it was normal. Like, I remember watching different Strokes and what was the other one? Different World and Cosby Show. So we had a lot of quote unquote diversity when I was growing up, and I never knew we had such, you know, horrible isms going on in our country until now, you know, until I got older, because
I thought that
it was never there when I was a kid.
I thought we got rid of that shit back in the 90s.
Right?
I mean, everybody was doing their shit, man. There was all kinds of folks, different colored folks going off, making money, making beautiful music, like
Living Color. God,
everything was great, man. Like, I don't anyway. They are bringing Alf back soon. They announced it. Shut up! No, they're not, Master T. That's bullshit. And if that's the case,
voice?
I want you to send me an article, because I'm doing a video on that shit. Are you kidding me?
I wonder if it's the same guy playing the voice. Are they bringing some of the cast back? Because I know the dad's dead. Like, the dad's not alive anymore. So I wonder if they're bringing the cast. That's crazy.
Or maybe, maybe the parents are off and they're focused on like Lynn or you know what? I bet you I know what it is. I could be wrong. But
do you remember when they sold Alf puppets at Burger King?
Yes, of course. Man.
I only had one of those, but they were so cool. I think I had the baseball one. Alf as a baseball player. But yeah, those are so fun.
Those were great. And all right, so
memories.
This is how I would imagine they would do it. It is the kid, the young Tanner. What's his name? Brian Tanner.
Right. Yeah.
he's older now, maybe in college or maybe like he's working a job. And
He's got to be like 40. Yeah,
right. So
he was my age.
So it's just him and Alf hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Like that's probably where I would see the show going. It's like
it's got to be, yeah.
You know, and then they would bring in like Lynn just as like a cameo.
Years later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know, man. That'd be interesting, but I want to get excited for it, Master of the TDS, but
We'll probably put it on Peacock and make Alf a she-Alf. He comes out all of a sudden saying, "I've actually been female the whole time." Starts wearing a dress.
Yeah.
You know, it scares me. At the same time, it scares me.
Cordy says, "I'm oh my gosh, I'm so late." No, you have arrived.
You're right on time.
Exactly when you should have.
I was early, actually, so you're right on time.
Sorry, I'm so late.
Where's Tom though? Tom's like not right on time yet.
Nah, I think you guys are just alternating weeks at this point. Like, is
that what's going on?
Are you guys like talking to each other on
No.
you know, the night before? We were like, all right, I'm gonna take tomorrow off. You go tag
That
me.
SOB, he showed up in my chat last night before the show started, and he's all, "Oh man, there's still 20 minutes. There's a lot I could do in 20 minutes." Never came back.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
I was like, whatever, Tom.
Whatever. Gaming or what? I suggest you could. I think I bought the entire series on DVD for like $20 at Walmart.
Yeah, you can find it.
It's so good. I definitely recommend you giving that a watch, man. It'll definitely take you back.
Look it up on Amazon.
Massive
I'm sure
delivery right there.
You can find there.
Right there with you, Snow. Never knew any isms till this time in life. I agree.
Yeah.
Fresh
I grew up in Seattle.
Shows.
One of the most, liberal places you could think of. So it was not a concept growing up. It just wasn't.
I fucking love Alf Fuel. I'm just saying. Alf is amazing. In Living Color I loved In Living Color, man. That had Jim Carrey in it too, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude,
was
Homie the Clown was one of my
guy.
Dude, yeah. Homie the Clown. That was In Living Color too, right?
Yep. That's In Living Color. Fire Marshal Bill.
Dude, I would tune in just to watch Homie the Clown and like his tagline, "Homie, don't play that," and he'd fucking just whap you with a sock and shit. Like that's the best. Did
you know Jennifer Lopez was one of the Fly Girls?
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's where she started her career.
Dinosaurs is another great show that I think still holds up today. Dinosaurs was fantastic.
Yeah. I think Dinosaurs was ahead of its time.
I think so too, man. I think so too.
But that was the master Jim Henson at work with Dinosaurs.
How do I see? Look, this is my thing. I need to like put out on Twitter, like every day, like Jeremy from the Quartering does. Like, hey, what are topics that are revolved around characters from the '90s, guys? Give me something to talk about, because I had no fucking clue that an Elf remake was in the works, and like, that's either. Something I should fucking know.
I'm kind of shocked I didn't know about it either, because
why is it that
totally missed my radar?
Yeah, why is that everybody else knows but we don't know?
Right? Yeah, I'm not in the loop on that. And I've seen Alf like make little cameos here and there throughout the years, like in commercials, and I think he popped in at like a Super Bowl once or something. I don't know, but I never thought they'd actually bring him back, just because he's kind of a low tech puppet compared to what's out there these days.
Right.
But hey, he's got character. If they bring the same guy that played his voice back with the same, comedy chops, from the show, then it could work. But if they get a new person to play the voice, I'm not sure if the person who played his voice is still alive even. We got to remember, this is 30 years later.
Yeah.
The dad's dead. I know that much.
I think that was in the last 5 years or so, I think, wasn't it?
I think so. It was recently.
Because he was actually still doing some acting and stuff in his later life, like,
Yeah.
So, and he was still good. I mean, he's still on point. Gotta run. Y'all take care. Cheers.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll, brother. Much love to you. Brandon, the anime guy. Hopefully we get you to 1,000 soon, man. We'll bring you on a show.
There. He's doing all right. I get to go shopping here in a little bit. I get to go on Amazon. I won something for the first time, and God knows how. I never win anything, man. Like I go to the casino and I'm like guaranteed lose, right?
Yeah.
So Brandon's show yesterday, he was doing a giveaway for some anime. I get to do some shopping on Amazon. I got a limit, of course, for some anime, and he's like, give me a number from 1 through 30, and he had quite a few people in his chat, and I just had a number pop in my head, and I was like one number off, so I nailed it, and I'm just like, God, that was random. I never win, that's
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. And he's doing it right. He's getting people engaged, and he's got a great support system. So I can't say enough about old Brandon. He's been awesome.
For sure, no doubt, and we're gonna bring him on. I think maybe we, I know what anime is. I know some animes. I watched when I was a kid, but maybe we bring him on and do like a recommendation anime stream where we just talk about different animes and like what's good.
That's right up his alley. Oh yeah.
Like basically we'll just have him come in and recommend some stuff. And we'll take a look at what the storylines are like and all that. Yeah, man, we'll just do that. That'd be fun. Please don't ruin Alf. Yeah. No, I fuck yeah. They're going to though, which really fucking pissed me off. See, Master, I'm not sure you will like what they're doing. Are you fucking... here we go with the bullshit. Hey,
right.
If my channel's going to blow up, I want it to blow up yelling about how they fucked up Alf. My hope is the announcement is like the announcement of Star Trek 4.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think Xenomorph's fucking with us.
Yeah, he is.
My hope is the Alpha remake is like the announcement of Star Trek 4. Gotcha. My daughter likes the episode with the giant roach. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. The skits about the LA riots was hilarious. Homie, don't play that. Yeah. Oh, shit, I'm way behind.
Handyman. Oh, that's so taboo now. I gotta buy the In Living Colors. I gotta find them again because those are. I swear those are gonna get banned one of these days.
Oh, they are, man. They are. That's why I'm glad when I heard they were getting rid of the Slave Leia stuff, I went out and bought everything that I could find Slave Leia.
Right. Oh, you were smart.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've got a pop figure that's climbing in price too. I was never into anime, but I recently into Attack on Titan, and I love it. All right, well, shit, that's what I'm saying, man. We need to bring our old boy Brandon, the anime guy, in here to kind of educate me on some shit here, man.
Yeah, like I'm not a huge anime guy. I know a little. He's been trying to turn me on to Cowboy Bebop. It's been kind of meh for me so far. But there's some good stuff out there. There's some gems, depending on what you're into. Like Ords, you would love Ninja Scroll and Fist of the North Star. Maybe Akira. Have you ever seen Akira?
Never seen it.
That one's pretty popular, pretty well known, even from just movie going, experts. That one's probably the most critically acclaimed too. I'd say start with that. See what you think, but actually, since I know you pretty well now, I would say, if your personality, I think you'd dig Ninja Scroll first. Maybe check that one out first.
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah. That one's just, it's one of the movies where if it got made into a real action, like martial arts movie, it would be epic in the right hands, like a Peter Jackson or something like that. But if it was made poorly, it'd be terrible. So, but it's such a good story and such cool characters. It's definitely one of those gems that 96 Berserk. Oh yeah, is that the original Fuel of the Hatred?
This is
I haven't watched Berserk yet. I've heard about it.
We can definitely start in the 90s with anime and work our way up. That would be cool.
Ninja Scrolls 90s. Fist of the North Star is 80s. That was my first.
Look, this is what I'm talking about, baby. I remember the one I enjoyed when I was a kid was Pat Labor. It was like Gundam before Gundam was a thing, It was like police mobile suits kind of thing, but they didn't like fly through space. They were just like police with mobile suits.
Yeah, I'm actually looking over my list of movies that I've been trying to find. It's like 3 pages long now. Movies that I'm like literally trying to. Some of them are unfortunately from a purge of movies that got stolen when I was out of town one week. It was my sister's boyfriend had some crackhead assholes over, and of course they never came back again after they stole, but they got off with a couple hundred of my action movies, so I've been slowly but surely building my action genre back up. But
I had like this dope collection of CDs like back in the day. I mean, we're talking like well over like $1,500 worth of CDs.
Yep.
And I had it in the car, and I think we were loading something in the car, and the person, the person that was with me put it on the roof of the car to move it out of the way, and then never grabbed it, and then drove off, and then went back, and it was gone.
Totally gone. I remember same thing with me, except I was dumb enough to leave it in the back of my car. I had like a box thing that held not just the CDs, but the CDs inside their cases still, and I had it all in a box, neatly packed away, probably about, at least I'd say 70 CDs. And somebody broke into my car, took that and my amplifier. So all my whole entire music collection gone in one day. Yeah.
Scumbags, man. Courtney says, the funny thing is that anytime I hear Peter Jackson, I think of Meet the Feebles and not Lord of the Rings. Maybe it's my puppet thing there. I know. Maybe it's a puppet thing too, but I 100% think like, oh yeah, that's right. Meet the Feebles to Peter Jackson. Yeah, that's one of the movies. It was like his
dark
second
and
movie.
Twisted. I love it. But my favorite's what do they call it? Brain Dead, I think they call it down there in New Zealand. But it's up here, it's Dead Alive. Yeah, that one's the one that I love. But that's totally different. There's no puppets in that one. Well, kind of. There is a couple kind of zombie puppets, but yeah. But Meet the Feebles is like a twisted Muppet show.
I love it. It's great. It does make you feel very uncomfortable at times. Alf must have heard about the movie Cats and couldn't resist.
That was a dad joke.
Fucking tell me that they're gonna make Alf animated, like fucking digital, because I will fucking punch a hole right in this computer monitor right now if that's the fucking case.
They might as well make a cartoon if they're gonna do that.
1966 Ultraman. I mean, that sounds kind of fucking cool. If you like Pat Labor, Pleased is another one interesting. Yeah, okay. You know about Pat Labor. I enjoyed that when I was a kid. My buddy, my Jewish buddy, when I was younger, was like, check this out. This is cool. I watch this. I'm like, all right, let's do it, man. Fuck yeah, Pat Labor. That was the shit. Fuck yeah, man. If you want some cheesy 80s style action animes, got you covered there, too. Tops Ultra Violence Easy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Fist of the North Star blew my mind, I remember, because I'd never seen such uber violence done in cartoon form. Like I was just like, my whole mind was just like, whoa! It totally changed my thought process and what I could draw too. Because after I'd seen that, I was like, man, you can get really graphic with blowing guys' heads off and stuff. I mean, it's just insane. Yeah, they were ahead of the curve with the uber violence. We called it Japanimation back in the day. Now they call it anime.
Let's see. Read the article I sent, and mostly restoration for now. All right, I'll check it out. Daisy says, I have to go. Excellent stream today. Enjoy the rest of your day. You too as well. Come hang out with us tonight. If you got nothing going on, Daisy, we're going to be doing Fortnite. I think it's the last day for Bose or something like that. But hopefully we see you tonight. But have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine, because at least the sun is shining here. Hopefully it is where you're at. But love you, Daisy, and just thank you so much for everything, darling. And have fun. We'll see you later. Fist of the North Star is brutal and hilarious. All right, I like that. All right, now you kind of got me sold on that one. The Fist of the North Star. That one's
Fist of the North Star and Ninja Scroll. Those are two of my top favorite of all time. So yeah,
we'll have to. That's not a bad idea. Let's get Brandon on and we'll talk anime, because I obviously again know what it is, and there's a few that I like out there, but it's never been like my modus operandi where I was like that. Like, anime, fuck yeah. I was always watching puppets and shit. Oh,
me too. Yeah, so, like I said, it's still not. I'm not nearly as involved as like Brandon and some of the others out there. So there's a lot that I haven't seen.
Xenomorph says, Orge, the creator of Alf, is gatekeeping. He was obsessed with keeping Alf produced a very specific way. He has the rights, so imagine no digital unless they buy it from him. Well, good. I mean, we need to preserve that practical side of that thing. I mean, okay, we had the cartoon. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's something that exists, the Alf cartoon. But if they're bringing back that main character, the actual like physical main character, if you can't do it any other way than as a puppet, like, you just can't.
Well, it's Alf. Yeah, that's who he is. That's like once you become established, it's like Kermit the Frog. You know,
right.
You can't bring him back as digital Kermit the Frog because people would, right away point it out.
100%. Yeah, that would be the worst thing you could do. Like that would be like literally tying a rock to your ankle and throwing it into the river. Like
this is also why people were so nostalgic over the original Ninja Turtle movies, and the new digital ones came out. They didn't carry that same nostalgia. The toys didn't sell like the other ones did, and with the NECA series and stuff like that. And so now the rumor is they're going back to that. Like they're talking about making a new Ninja Turtle movie with bringing the puppets back. Now I don't know how much.
It only fucking took them 4 movies to do it.
I don't know if that's still in the mix now, because the latest I heard was Seth Rogen got control of them or some crazy shit.
Dear
so
God.
That could be a disaster. But I do know for a while there, Brian Henson and the original people who made the first movie were talking about bringing the actual puppeteers and everything back for another one of those, like a continuation of the Muppet style Ninja Turtle movies. And I would have been all in for that, man. They're so stupid they didn't go forward with that, because that would have definitely sold like hotcakes. The nostalgia alone would have got people in the theaters. Just look what Spider-Man did. It's
right. When they introduced the concept of Sinister Six, and people fucking lost their shit.
And bringing the nostalgia of all our favorite Spider-Mans back from the past.
I mean, they literally triggered the classic Spider-Man fans again with the Sinister Six stuff. They triggered the fans of the movies. Yeah, I mean, like, that's how you fucking build up a movie like that. Like, you just fucking bring it all in, get all audiences trapped into it, and yeah, pretty sure that people bought all the rights to Alf, including all old footage. Oh, dear God. Yeah, that's how I feel, Trey. He had 4 people operating that puppet, and they could not refer to the puppet on set as a puppet, as he had many rules for how to treat Alf on set. Talk about it on me. I'll have to check that out.
Interesting.
If you want to like send links to Snow or me or whatever with that stuff, I would love to. Yeah, just follow me on the. I don't know if you do Twitter. We got the Discord. I know Snow's got all of that shit too. If you send it to him, he'll forward it to me, vice versa. But I would love to learn more about that shit, man.
Right.
About how he was really adamant about certain ways with the puppet.
Yeah, I bet you there's videos out there already. I'll have to look it up. And especially if he's going to start coming back, then that might be a topic I dive into too. Or it's because like I tend to cover puppet stuff a lot. So I mean, if they're bringing Alf back, that might be a hot topic for my channel.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. Yeah, definitely. And like with my channel, it's like the retro shit. So it's like, yeah, that's fucking, I mean, you and I grew up watching Alf. Like that was our shit, right? Like that. Like I wanted to be Alf. His personality, the witty stuff he says, the funny. I mean, he's just. What's not to like about the character, right?
Right. No, I love him. He's an amazing, fuzzy, heartwarming family type of alien puppet.
Yeah, see, Tom has the details, but where the fuck is Tom? Tom ain't here right now. Now we're going to have to harass him, Snow.
Tom's in bed.
Well, I you know what? We probably shouldn't give him too hard a time, because I don't know if the guy ever does actually sleep. So if he's actually sleeping, we'll let him sleep. But you are a Muppet Ords. You got your wish. That's kind of true. I've been called that before. Before I even did YouTube, people would call me a Muppet. They have all the rights now. They're going to restore old footage. All right, so now if I can get the old show in like 4K, fuck yeah. Alf in 4K. What do you think about that, Snow? Alf in 4K.
Well, I don't have a 4K TV, so I ain't that cool yet. So I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: how do you feel about having the ability to get it in that definition.
I think that's cool. Yeah. God, I'm still Blu-ray and 1080p. I haven't taken that next step into the next world, but I've seen it like going to the stores and stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, man. But yeah, anything in 4K that's your favorite, I'm sure is going to be awesome. Like my go-to obviously would be like Aliens and The Thing would be the first ones I would buy. Some of my favorite movies. But yeah, Alf in 4K, that'd be intense.
So he says they also mentioned bringing back / reviving old, never before seen footage. Now, this begs the question, are they going to remove footage that is deemed inappropriate? Because you got to remember, this kind of blurred the lines between an adult show and a family show.
Right. I don't know. I got to go back and watch it again. Like I can remember a few episodes in my head, but I remember being somewhat family oriented. Like I remember they would talk about school plays, and I remember the daughter was trying to be a model at one point, and
there was definitely
there's a lot of different stuff going on with it. Yeah,
right. Well, and I think that's one of the things that the original Muppet Show did so good, which was blur those lines between family entertainment, kids entertainment, and adult entertainment, right? Because there was jokes in there that the adults could get that the kids wouldn't quite get, but then there was the zany wit, funny humor of like Gonzo smashing and blowing stuff up, like along with Alf was the same way. Like you had this young kid Brian who was relatable to the younger kids, who wish they had a buddy like Alf in their life. You got the teenager who, is like dealing with their teenage crap, like, oh, the boy likes me, or I like this boy, or whatever, Then you got the adults who the parents can relate to. I mean, it was just such a well-rounded show, and I think these puppet guys just knew how to blend all of those together to make this like beautiful thing that still fucking holds up to this day.
Yeah, I really hope they don't screw this up if they bring them back.
Well, I'll send you some articles, whatever I come across, I'll send you too, and then we'll put something together, man. We'll do a stream on your channel and talk about it, or if you want to do some videos, but definitely something I think you and I should definitely keep up with.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yes, Evan Alice Cooper was. That's what I'm talking right there, man. Yep. Vincent Price was one. Steve Martin.
Mark Hamill, Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, totally, man. Paul Simon,
Dolly Parton. There's been a lot of great legends. George Burns, I think, was on there once.
Some people who made Super Sentai and Mystery Science Theater 3000. So, I do love Mystery Science Theater 3000, at least the original series. Super Sentai is, fucking Power Rangers. Hell yeah, sign me up. Fuck yeah. Let's see. The Thing had one of the few prequels that was tolerable. JC's Thing is my jam though. JC most I don't know who JC is. I don't know which. I don't know names, but a lot of them appear in the episodes not released on DVD / Blu-ray over here. Sucks ass. Really? It's fucking stupid. Fuel. Talk to me, bro. I'll ship you some stuff, man. If you want to get, if there's shit you can't get there, I'll buy it and send that shit to you if you can't find it online. Just so you know, because I love you, brother. John Carpenter. Okay, that's who we're talking about. Makes sense. Sorry, guys. I'm fucking stoned and I'm really bad at references, and I'm sorry.
Wait, what? The Thing had one of the few prequels that was tolerable? No, yeah, I gotta disagree on that one a little bit because they did it right originally, yes, because they used all, animatronic effects and stuff, and then something happened, like the studio wasn't happy enough with it, and they scrapped it and went back and did all this CGI over it, and so I think it ruined that prequel personally. Besides that, the ending of it was cool because it meshed up really well with John Carpenter's The Thing, but yeah, the prequel is just kind of meh for me. But besides that, John Carpenter's a genius. Anytime him and Kurt Russell got together, it was like classic, anywhere from Elvis to Big Trouble in Little China to Escape from New York. Escape from LA was kind of cheesy. I think it was 30 years too soon. But John Carpenter is is a legend. His later years in his career, he kind of got on a I don't give a F-U-C-K type of attitude because he was all
You
about...
can say fuck if you want.
Well, yeah, I'm just pronouncing it with spelling it out so much more. But yeah, that type of attitude kind of resonated into his movies, I think, towards the end of his journey, because he got kind of fed up with Hollywood's bullshit, basically. I mean, they were just so sick of each other, because Carpenter wanted to do stuff his way, and Hollywood wanted to do it their way, and so towards the end, he kind of dialed it in, I think, with like Ghosts of Mars and stuff like that.
Fuck yeah, John Carpenter, and fuck Hollywood.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
Maybe he can come back and do this sequel that they're talking about for The Thing that's possibly in the works, but they'll probably screw that up too.
Yeah, everything sucks nowadays. And this is why our channels exist, to talk about, things that were great when we were younger, and and real escapism, right? Not just like, let's talk about the hottest topics of today. Let's talk about the past because it was a better day.
All right. Yes, it was. Almost beat for beat. You're right. The only thing they changed a couple things, but it was very close to the similar storyline.
Let's see, they overlaid CGI on the practicals. You're right that it wasn't as horrifying as JC's Thing. Nowhere near, actually. I meant in comparison to today's prequels.
Yeah, because you could tell the difference between CGI and practical is you could tell the texture and the consistency of it being there on set with the actors. When CGI gets put into the screen, you can tell it's not on set.
Decepticon says, didn't they have a show that did his horror, or was that someone else? I don't know. I'm not a big horror guy. Here, I'll put it there.
Did they have a show that did his horror?
Movies or episodes?
I think he might be referring to The Masters of Horror, which was a series that was done on Showtime where he did a couple short movies for that, along with a bunch of other directors. I have most of that series. Excellent series. He did a show. He did one called Cigarette Burns with Norman Reedus from Walking Dead fame and Boondock Saints. And he did another one too, but I can't remember the name of that one. They're just short movies. They were called The Masters of Horror. It was like a mini series that was on Showtime back in the day.
Please don't do a sequel for The Thing. No, Roger Corman or some shit. Also, Decepticon says, I'm high as duck. Obviously means high as fuck, which means, all right, let's do a fucking hit then. We might as well do a hit and get more fucked up. So, here's a clip for you guys. I fucking love you guys. So, let's fucking do it.
Maybe I do smoke too much weed. I don't know. I will pray about it and see if God has anything to say to me.
That's what I'm talking about. Maybe he does. He probably does. He
probably
does me, but that's okay. Let's see here. I found the series somewhere.
Yeah, I own the DVDs of almost all of them. I lost a couple of them in the crackhead purge, but I have most of them.
Yeah, John Carpenter. If John Carpenter did Dead Space, that'd be cool. I'd check it out.
Yeah, I loved those games. I got the first 3. I don't know if they did any more. I think they only did the 3.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell it either, Courtney. It's okay. All right, guys. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap up this week. We've been going an hour and a half. I got some shit. I got to finish fucking getting this studio put together, and you know how it all goes.
Yeah, I got to go whip the kid, get him out, doing some yard work. He's got to go touch some grass. He's been sitting in front of Fortnite too long.
Yeah, my kid's been playing Fortnite this whole time too. So it's like, I got to get her ass off.
Yeah, we got to get him out. Get him out doing stuff. Yeah.
You can never smoke too much weed. That's true. I've tried. Well, maybe one time. There was this one time. We'll save that for another time, though. But guys, make sure you go check out Snow Dub. Snow, if you got something to say to the folks, let them know.
Hey, you know where to find me, you guys, if you haven't found me by now. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting Ords. And, let's just keep helping this channel grow and get him back to where he was and where he needs to be. And come hang out next Saturday night for Tuck and Roll Trivia, movie trivia. It's going to be a great show. And this Tuesday night, we got Taco Tuesday with Mexican Iron Man is coming back to the show for that. So that'll be another fun one. So, much love, guys. And smoke and toke on, man. Tuck and Roll.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Up all night. Maybe fake memories. Master says, have a good one, Orge, Jolly, and everyone else. I think Jolly's still sleeping because he was out drinking all night last night.
Yeah, he was doing that Tuck and Roll show last night, so he's passed out.
Well, yeah, and then I think he went out drinking last night after that to celebrate, right?
Oh, of course, yeah, him and Mike Roch and the whole crew. Yep.
Fuck yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Have a great Sunday, y'all. I'm glad I made it for some of this. Yeah, you can always go back and watch the replay if you want. You know how we do.
Right.
But again, thanks for everybody coming out tonight, man. You guys have made this show just amazing. I'm glad that we're on episode 9 now. Next week will be episode 10. So maybe we'll do something, exciting, fun, maybe special guests, maybe Darth News will come on and hang out with us. And I know, like I said, I like to start off with these like conversations, kind of like based off the title of the show, the episode, but it kind of goes where it goes. You know what I'm saying? And we don't really put a whole lot of thought into where it should go. We just kind of get high and whatever comes out, comes out. So if you guys were looking for a full-on conversation of the whole generational thing, we can still continue that next week. But, hey, who knows? It goes where it goes. Oh, shit. Jolly was cheating on me. I missed Tuck and Roll. I slept through it. Oh, no.
I don't think cheating. He's just out drinking.
Yeah. Fine then. I have a good one.
What'd I do? Did I do something wrong?
I don't know. He's gonna yell at you now. He's gonna come in your chat later.
I'm fucking stoned, man.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Don't yell at us. Don't yell.
I don't know what I did, man. I swear I'm like sidetracked right now. I got my phone blowing up at me right now. Anyway.
Let's see. Seems like I remember you could catch the Jack Nicholson Monkeys movie head on there. I'm so high right now. I don't even know what the fuck. What head? Yes. Great movie. Okay, we'll chat later, Low Spec. Yes, definitely. You guys should chat later. I wish I could catch Tuck and Roll live, but I usually have to get stuff done around then. The replays are cool though.
Right on, man.
Definitely check out this next replay then. This next week's replay because you don't want to miss it.
Enjoy the show, man. That's all I care about.
Yo, what's up, Dreamer? I have no weed at home. No.
Party foul.
That's not good. Well, that's not good, man.
I hope that gets fixed for you soon.
Yeah.
For sure.
You should let us know how we can help with that.
We should probably go.
Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right. All right. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Make sure we might be going live here in a little bit later on. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to get a retro replay in today, but for sure tonight, guys, we are doing Fortnite over Twitch. If you guys don't follow my Twitch, do it. It's over there. We're going to be also playing some Lost Ark at some point with Biggles Mets. And then I want this Elden Ring game. Everyone's talking about Elden Ring. You know what I mean? Gotta.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Yeah.
Take it easy, going to drop a video. Yes, drop that video, baby. Make sure you share it in the Discord, too. That read wrong. Maybe I read it wrong. But anyway, guys, make sure you come hang out with us tonight while we play some Fortnite. There's only a few weeks left in the season, so we're going to be hitting it hard with the points, trying to get that shit done. I think tonight's going to be Marvel-themed tonight because they just dropped Gambit skins. So we're going to do a Marvel theme tonight. So come hang out with us for Marvel Night over on Twitch. Also, you mean without pants? Yeah, Fuel, of course without pants. Count me in. Oh, nice. Tonight, Marvel Night. Mac, we're doing Marvel Night. So Bikini Draws is going to be with us, so make sure you come hang out with us. Anyway, guys, also Wednesday. We play Wednesday as well, so that was Wednesday. Make sure you tune in next week, Sunday. You also tune into Snow's channel down in the description below. Click that link because the Puff and Stuff show is coming back very, very soon.
Very soon.
And that show is a fucking riot. So come hang out. Thank you all for making this special. Sorry I don't have a strain of the week. I'm going to structure it a little bit more better next week. We'll get it all figured out. Anyway, guys, I'm fucking high right now. We got to get the fuck out of here. We're going to leave you with some clips. I love all of you guys. And remember, party on.
Fortunately, he's not in the car, because if he was, he'd probably arrest me. For killing the fucking game, dude.
perfect.
Good night and party on!
Party on, Wayne!